So we'll just dive right in to the brew news. Brew news. Hey, Liz.
Your introduction is getting better and better.
Is it? I feel like that was kind of weak. I'm still recovering.
We'll try again. Yeah, that's fair.
Brew news. Oh, I got a reducing noise and notification. I went too high. I didn't like it.
Oh. I don't know what happened. It just became a blackhead all of a sudden.
You became a log.
A log head.
A log head. Oh, man. All right. Brew News is dedicated to bringing you the latest in craft beer. Focus on local highlights, industry-wide trends. We handpick these topics for the most buzzworthy articles of the last week, ensuring you stay informed and engaged within the space.
That's right. First up, this one was super fun. Chelsea's been sending me lots of articles from her world of beer.
I've been crushing these articles lately.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. It takes about 50% reading off my plate, and I thank you for that. I do love reading, but I appreciate it. Okay, this one is from phys.org, PHYS.
Like yeah.
Or physics.
Or physics.
Isn't that one of your household favorites?
Well, yeah. Well, I had a moment the other day that I was like, I was trying to, I made pasta with the basil, frozen basil oil from your mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I needed to thaw it.
You're going to throw up.
Oh, I might.
Please don't.
Because I got around. So I went to thaw it and I was like, here's the smallest bowl it can fit in. And I was going to put boiling water to thaw it. And I was like, oh, lovely. It fits so nicely. And I went, that's not how physics works. I need a bigger bowl so the water stays hotter longer. And I was like, damn it.
At least part of him is wearing off on you.
Physics. I had a baby. I think that counts.
Okay, well, I wasn't going to go there, but you sure did. Wait. Let me just.
Oh God!
Now I got my emotional support cat now.
Here, use that while you're
hearing that joke. Oh yeah. Do I have beer goggles on here?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the phys.org news. Facial symmetry doesn't explain beer goggles, research shows. So the phenomenon known as beer goggles, where alcohol consumption is thought to make faces appear more attractive and doesn't significantly affect perceptions of facial symmetry. I'm learning something new for sure. The research they did experimented with participants viewing faces at different levels of intoxication, concluding that alcohol didn't notably change the perception of facial symmetry, which is kind of a bummer. I thought it would. But the findings challenge the common notion of beer goggles affecting how we perceive others' attractiveness. So I guess it's not a thing. So you can't blame the twos that you been waking up to in the morning on beer goggles anymore. Turns out that's just a preference you actually have.
Yeah, I feel like I read it as they were like, you don't actually get better looking as people don't get better looking as you drink. You just stop caring about how they look.
That's exactly. That's why I say it's like your choice to wake up next to, a werewolf or whatever. Next to this guy here. Hey. But you never know. I sometimes have fantasized about pirates, so that's a thing.
That's a thing. Good for you. You thought my joke was bad. Arr, fantasy.
Whatever. Yeah, right.
Arr.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought that was a fun article. I was like, that's kind of funny and silly. I guess I don't know if I totally thought of beer goggles as I get like the joke was that it made people more attractive, but I think I always kind of assumed it was just a lack of inhibition at that point. Like
It is.
your caring is less. So I didn't necessarily find
But
it
now
to be
we know for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't a
Now we know for sure
profound
it's been
article,
science.
but it's been science, officially science. I
Your
love that.
symmetry does not actually change
Now when there's
based
two of you.
on the
Yeah.
goggles.
Yeah, it doesn't fix it. In
So if
other
I was
news,
doing this,
pause. We're never gonna be able to do a remote episode again.
whatever, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
I love it. I'm trying to figure out how we can do it in our normal episodes.
Oh yeah.
In
Sit in a
other
different room.
news, Left Hand Brewing introduced a Belgian white nitro, the world's
White
first
night.
bottled wheat beer with nitrogen. Yeah. I feel like I have a hard time not looking at your eyes and like trying to remember to look at the camera. Introduced the new white nitro Belgian style white ale infused with nitro. This beer is distinguished by its creamy texture achieved through the nitrogen, and it offers a unique twist on a Belgian wheat ales. The white nitro combines the smoothness of a nitro beer with the characteristic flavors of a Belgian white, including notes of orange peel, coriander. The innovative brewing approach aims to provide a refreshing and flavorful experience for all who are drinking. I will try it.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I really like nitros, like a lot.
We may.
I don't really like Belgian whites though. Also, kind of a lot. But I will.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of hoping for that kind of orange pop approach, right? The little push up. Like I hope the orange really comes across in the creaminess, right? I mean, I like coriander as well. I like Belgians a little bit more than you do, though. I think like that funk.
I like when they're funky. I don't like the Belgian whites specifically, and I don't always like saisons. I've started liking them more, but I think at least the ones I've been having lately seem to be a bit more like Belgian traditional versus so over the top with the flavors. That like I feel like we in the Americas really like to hoorah over top on things, and once they kind of started chilling out, I know. Once they started chilling them out a little bit more, I started liking them more. Especially in Texas.
Right.
So yeah, I will try it.
Oh, definitely try it.
I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll give it a shot. I'm not a great person to give a good review on it because it's not a style that I like. So like, just because I would be like, "Ooh, I don't like it," doesn't mean it's a bad beer by any means.
Yeah. Well, if we get to it, I would like to get over to Left Hand. Haven't been there a little while. See how it is.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Our third article, Tivoli in Denver, apparently wants to play in the big leagues.
Yeah.
This is exciting. With
cool.
Outlaw Mile High. Yeah.
Hoorah.
Yeah, this was like your last minute one. I was like, I can replace that other article. You're right. Anyway, it was great.
You did the same article twice. Technically, I improvised it in last week. So,
and that's how I rationalized it in my head. I was like, well, we could get into it a little more. And then you're like, screw it, just get rid of it. And I was like, cool, we'll only do 2. And then you sent me another one. I went, oh, well, I guess I'll go read this one.
Do 3 still.
Yeah. All right. So Tivoli Brewing Company is boldly going against the major beer corporations like Bud, Miller, and Coors with its Outlaw Mile High beer. It's exciting. CEO Ari Opsahl, a former AB InBev exec, believes there is room for new brands in the light beer category and has focused on making Outlaw Mile High a significant part of Tivoli's production. I bet he's been reading the same articles we have when it comes to simplicity and light lagers.
I'm going to guess he's listening to our podcast and taking.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I should have made myself a log head again. All right. So Tivoli has shifted its operations from the Auraria campus to the larger Gold Buckle Beer facility in, is it La Junta? La Junta? I don't know how to say that. La Junta. In order to achieve their scale and efficiency, they're hoping for. Strategy includes making that lighter beer competitive with big brands and expanding Tivoli's production to 250,000 barrels annually in order to gain buying power and get competitive.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Tivoli is the oldest brewery in Colorado. I'm pretty positive.
Older than Coors?
I think so. I think it's the first probably craft brewery.
Yeah.
You know, all the different segments of, but it's up there. It's a hella old sucker, that's for sure.
It's pretty. I have some cool pictures of Tivoli there at, is it at Metro or?
Yeah, constructed in 1864. The Tivoli Brewery in Denver was the first brewery built in Colorado and the second in the nation.
Goddamn.
Way
to go, Tivoli.
Yeah. I didn't know it was the second. Oh, we should do like a fun little video there.
I would love to do a Tivoli tour. I haven't done that. And I like to say that Tivoli tour.
Tivoli tour. Neat. This is like an interesting, I like one that they're like kind of have ideas of how to jump up and compete. My guess is with the Bud Light downfall, it was probably a big part of their like, hey, there's a market we can jump into. Modelo wasn't able to keep up, so it just shows that there's a need for something of this size, and the breweries to be able to jump in, and other breweries to start tapping into that light lager world. And I think because they have that second oldest brewery in the country stamp of approval, like I think it's a really good move on their part. That I think if they were younger, they wouldn't necessarily be able to pull that off. But I think that's going to be a big marketing pull for people that are like, yeah, these guys know what they're doing. And it'll like, what I think it'll adjust is it's going to kind of give it that craft beer vibe to a large array of people. Because they're going to add what I think of why I love craft and like the stories and the history and the tales and all these like fun little quirks about it. That's what people are going to kind of get that nostalgic like support feel. And that's kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off. And I haven't been to Tivoli since I went to school down there.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's an ambitious plan, and good luck. Of course, I'm sure they'll do really well, especially if they've got a former AB and Bev. You know.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
They should be okay.
Cool. Well, yeah,
just to kind of
Florida and Texas are their big markets, right? So again, it makes sense.
That's what I was going to go to.
Yeah, like one, it makes sense because I'm sure that's where the bulk of like these lighter beers are being drank. But again, you're kind of able to hit that nostalgia of I can almost guarantee I can like kind of visualize what the branding is going to be on this beer, and it's not going to be hip and cool. It's going to be like America. First brewery in Colorado.
Is that not hip and cool?
I think of all of the hazy cans that are popping with fun colors, and they're bright and like fun bubbly fonts from like the 60s.
Yeah.
This is gonna be like, this is a beer.
I see.
Drink beer because you like beer.
Well, it'll probably be a very simple design, right? Very conservative approach, as you know, a lot of the hazies out there, you know, I don't know. Yeah. It's just a different market.
It's a different market, yeah. There's nothing like wrong about it. It's just a different market.
Yeah.
Like,
right on. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Those lager ones, yeah. So that was cool. It'd be interesting to see how they span up. It would be super cool. Maybe when you get back, we should try to go do a tour there and check it out. Maybe we can even find someone
on the calendar. Put it on the calendar. Yeah, Outlaw Mile High.
I don't know if I know anyone.
What is it called? I'm sure we could find somebody.
I'm sure.
And it's a Kolschist, so that should do really well as well.
A little more crackery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I like
it's not too sweet. I love a good lager, but I don't like when they're sweet.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think I drank like 6 Coors Lights yesterday.
I figured it was hams. I was going to ask you what you've been drinking up in the old South Dakotas.
Yeah, well, we went bowling yesterday at the Riverview Lanes, yeah, at the Plains in Huron, South Dakota, and so you can get buckets of beer right while you're bowling. And I actually worked there for a little bit.
I say, is it the same place you look?
Oh yeah. I got to see old man Big D.
Oh, what a Big D!
Yeah,
How's he doing?
It was fun. Good. He seemed good. He seemed happy, which is good.
Good.
But,
That's
yeah, but yeah, I mean, it tasted like water, delicious water, right? But I just like that flavor a little bit better. But I was just surprised how many I was able to get down. But I have been drinking a lot of heavier beers. 'Tis the season, and at higher altitude. So
yeah, the whole heavier on every level.
Yeah, but I felt it this morning. So there you go.
Yeah,
I guess it catches up with you eventually.
Yeah, it always does when you drink 6 of anything, unless it's straight up water.
Yeah, I drank 6 sips.
6 sips. Oh, well, cool. We'll give it a applaud, Tivoli. Keep up on that story. Give you guys updates as it keeps progressing, and maybe we can get into a cool little interview or something there.